I'm back, baby. How are we doing? Got banned for a week. An incredibly dubious suspension, guys. I got taken out of the game for 7 days. Chigozi, how you doing, brother? All good? All good, lad. So I don't have long today. I can't do my usual 4-hour stream because I'm meeting a friend in like an hour and a half. But I'm going to inform people where I've been the last week, why YouTube decided to suspend me or give me a strike, whatever you want to call it. And I'll explain what I've been doing over the last week or so. So, okay, here we go. Doing good, brother. Hope you're too. Yeah, I'm doing very well. Clow, I love Clow, legend from Ireland. I can't really do the Irish accent. Let me try it. You want to come here? I do like the Irish accent, though. I've always liked the Irish accent. Looking forward to hearing where you're up to, what I'm up to. My bad. Hawks tonight, yes. Yeah, I like the Hawks tonight, to be honest with you. I've been destroying all sports all week, so hopefully it continues. Hopefully the community continues a good run. So I do think the Hawks are going to win. Today's day, what is it? 1-2-1, like 121. And 11 times 11 is 121, and the Hawks can become 11-11 at home. Trae Young, their superstar. Where's the number 11 jersey? I think Miami can drop to 19-9 in the conference, and Trae Young was born the 19th of September, 1909. Pope Francis born 12/17, the 199th prime. He honored the Hawks recently. So I'll be really shocked if the Hawks don't win. It's funny, I've got 7 people in the chat, 2 likes, like 72, and Pope Francis became the Pope on the 72nd day of 2013. Hilarious stuff, guys. Hilarious stuff. Yesterday, I had the Suns to beat Dallas. They did. I had the Pelicans to upset the Knicks. They did. Been killing the Premier League. But listen, you don't always get it right, but when you have a good run, you've got to enjoy it. You have to enjoy it. People have won tons of money off me this week, which is great. I've won a bit as well, but I don't bet every day anymore. I've got friends in town as well from Colorado. They've had a few flutters, and they're doing well. Went through a drought, but now it's raining. Yeah, it's how it works. It's why I tell people to not get too emotional with gambling, and especially with my picks. I'm so good that I will have shitty runs that test me, that challenge me, and I'll keep going. Sometimes I need like one day to take a break, and I took a 1-day break, and since I did that, I'm pretty much hitting everything. But you've got to be strong in this game. I've said with gambling, I rarely do it anymore. I'll rarely gamble anymore unless I feel really good about it. And if I gamble, I don't bet stakes I can't afford. So I'm in a really good position with that. And like I said, I've been nailing practically everything. I'm on BitChute now. I didn't really want to set up a BitChute or a Twitter. I wanted to stay away. But YouTube suspending me, I was like, okay, I need to get my information out. So I've got a BitChute and I've got a Twitter. The link's in the description. I won't really be on Twitter, to be honest. It's just loads of people told me to sign up to Twitter, so I did. And BitChute's a bit of a pain in the ass. Like, it takes forever to upload a video. I don't think many people are watching the videos, but it's just another platform if you want to follow me there. And I can speak my mind a little bit more on Twitter and BitChute as far as I'm aware. So YouTube give me a dubious 7-day suspension because they said I was spreading medical misinformation. I don't want to get into exactly what they said, but it was an absolute disgrace because I wasn't. But the video they said that I was spreading this misinformation is on BitChute. It's my very first video on it. I was like, this is one of the best videos I've ever done. 3 hours later, they remove it. Why not remove it before I get the chance to upload it? Why wait 3 hours or whatever it was and then take it down? It's because I got so many likes and comments, boom, 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 and they didn't like it. Because honestly, the stuff that I put together was pretty ridiculously good. Okay, what else we got? People still can't believe me. The only person you have to believe in, Keshbi, is yourself. A lot of people are not going to believe this knowledge, believe gematria, believe sports are rigged, believe in rituals. They're not going to believe it. And Don't force it upon them. Believe in yourself. You believe in the work, and you'll profit from this, like, in so many ways, not just financially, but emotionally, spiritually, even physically. Like, this knowledge is sacred, which I try and tell people every single day. 76 is a lot. Didn't look into that game. Clippers stay on 666 wins versus the East. 666 has been huge. The Knicks are currently on 666 home wins. That's why they keep losing. That's why I had the Pelicans to beat them, amongst other things. All right, so Chris likes 76ers over the Clippers. I'm not saying that's going to happen. I haven't coded it, but what he's sent there looks strong. It does look strong. Thoughts on UK lifting? Well, how it works with these restrictions, it's just order out of chaos. They'll get rid of everything, then they'll bring everything back twice as bad, and then you get all confused and angry, and then happy, and like, they just want you to go on an emotional roller coaster. It's emotional torture. What they do, the Masons and the people who run the show, they want to just mess up with your psyche. It's a psychological operation. So they want you to believe, oh, everything is finally going back to normal, and then boom, new variant appears. Okay, sure, no, we have to go back to how we was. It's just this. Said this about a year and a half ago. They can do this for the next 100 years if people continue to consent. Everything in this universe is consent. If the majority consent to everything that's going on and all the bullshit, they'll do it for as long as they can do it. Just like I always say about a bully, if you're a bully and you're bullying somebody and these kids don't stick up for themselves, you keep bullying them until you bang the bully in his face. Or everybody goes against the bully. Then the bully just shuts his mouth, stops. But people are too scared to go up against the bully. They're comfortable being comfortable. They'd rather be told comfortable lies than hard truths. That's the harsh reality, to be honest with you. If Hawks win next 2 versus South, yeah, I really think the Hawks are going to go on a run. I've been on the Hawks the last 2 games they won. I got them to beat Milwaukee. That's where my community got on them at plus 800 to win, because they were getting killed. And they were also getting killed by Minnesota. And they came back, they were plus 450. Tell people all the time in my community, the way you make money in this is betting in play. When I was gambling every day, I made so much money because I bet in play. I could watch the game and see where the game was going. But I've said now, I put my energy above money. If I wanted to stay in again and just watch every game like I used to, I'd win thousands of dollars. But for what? For what? To be lonely and sat in my house? No. Got a nice balance. 21 people in the chat, 6 likes, 216. 6 times 6 times 6, 216. That's why Kobe retired in 2016, like 216, and his highest scoring game was in 666 game, guys. This knowledge is beautiful. Narcissistic abuse. Bernard John is an absolutely incredible guy. He's on Twitter. He's one of the most passionate people in regards to revealing the truth that I've ever come across. At first, he doubted me. He thought I was a Mason, which I've spoken to him numerous times now. He is so passionate, and he apologized to me. But I get it. He thought, how does this normal guy have all this knowledge without being a Mason? And he also wondered why I wasn't calling out the you-know-what, because he thought I was like controlled opposition. But the reality is, if you do call that stuff out, your channel gets removed, doesn't it? So he knows now, because he's had a call with me. So he's a really good guy. In the UK, Bojo has not lifted all restrictions. He didn't, but okay, I can't say that word. Too many are deceived. Yeah, many people get deceived. If they're going to tell you you're going to lift all these restrictions, as quick as they can lift them, they can like make them even worse the week after. So don't get too emotional. They want to take you like that. They want you like that. That's why I stay like this most of the time. I don't watch the mainstream because they're casting spells on you. They're casting spells on you when you watch the news, whether you like it or not, and they lie to you. Pretty much everything within the mainstream is a lie. So I don't watch it. Yeah, Louis Anderson died at 68. Yeah. Listen, all these deaths, I know people die, it's part of living, but there's been so many celebrity deaths recently. Like, it's becoming a joke now. I just did my video about Meatloaf, the guy who died at 74, born in 47. Milwaukee Bucks, I think the last time they won the NBA was in 74, 47 years before they last won it. All connected to Hank Aaron. But yeah, I did my video about Meatloaf, famous song Bat Out of Hell, and COVID originated from a bat in COVID. Not in COVID, in Wuhan, really. Again, I can't get into it. But you've got to put this stuff together. Ozzy Osbourne, the guy who bit a bat's head off, and his name's 201. Event 201 was the simulation exercise, way ahead of the pandemic actually happening. So I don't want to talk too much about this stuff. If you want to hear my opinion, I'll start saying it more on Twitter. I say it on Patreon all the time. But YouTube guys, they're onto me now. A lot of people said to me, they're onto you now. Your work's that good. They're onto you. And fine. But I have to be a little bit smarter. Although I think I have been smart in my delivery without being too controversial. But I don't know. There's certain information they don't want out there. They fear the truth being revealed, guys. They fear it. You're going to bet on a minus 380 favorite. I would never bet on a minus 3,800 ever. I don't care how good the code is. I wouldn't waste my time. Never do that. I like even money. Like I had the Pelicans yesterday plus 150. That's where I'm happy to stake some money. I would never bet on minus 380. Minus 150, that's not... Again, guys, if you're gambling, I don't want to talk too much about gambling. It's all about your stake. Minus 150 is pretty good odds if you bet big. If you're betting $5 on minus 150, don't waste your time. If you're betting $1,000, then you can win a decent amount of money. It all depends on your stake. So minus 150 is not bad odds at all. But I do agree with whoever just said you can take the live bet. There's chances that the Hawks are leading the whole game. It happens. But usually, I will say this, usually in sports, in the NBA in particular, the favorite, the odds will be better than the original price at some point in the game. But there's definitely times where like the favorite is up every quarter. And that's just like beautiful. But it's not often, to be honest, because they like to make you sweat, don't they? They like it going this way, that way. Which way is it going to go? So do you reckon Westbrook gets traded? I don't know. I don't know what's going on with Westbrook at Washington. Last year, it was incredible. He was a triple-double machine. He was arguably one of the best players in the whole league. Anytime I've watched him play for the Lakers, it looks like he's never played basketball before. He turns it over all the time. His shooting, shocking. I don't know what's going on with Westbrook, but it's funny how they get traded because these players are slaves, guys. It's like the slave trade. They're slaves. They're modern-day slaves. And people can't comprehend that because they think they're living this luxurious life that they're not. They're not. Completely owned. They get traded because they're slaves. They ain't stopping until 95% of the world. But Walter, they tell us it's 50%. According to who? They also tell us there's 7.9 billion people living here. Like Society of Jesus is 79. Really? How do they know that? They pulled figures out of their ass. They pull numbers out of their ass. At least with me, with my numbers, I back up my numbers like with Fibonacci sequences, with the prime number, with the date duration, with the triangular numbers. These people were just like 4.2 million people, blah, blah, blah. Sure, the same numbers that they always report. 5.6 people, 5.6 million people. Come on, load of bullshit. Half the things they report, probably 95% of the things they report. What I did see that goes against the Hawks is if Heat wins this game, they're 8-5 against the East on the road this season. They go into Boston. Yeah, you'll always find a few things for the other team. It's pretty much impossible not to. But if you read my code for the Hawks, you're not going to bet against them. Put it that way. I've been really killing it. And if the Hawks miss today, I'm not going to cry about it. I know how good my work's been, but I'll be really shocked if Atlanta lose. I'll be really shocked if Atlanta lose to Miami, to be honest. But we'll see. We'll see what happens, won't we, in about 4 hours, whatever it is. So glad we fought through. Yeah, for everybody who hasn't taken this, much love and much respect to you and stay strong. Because I do think they're going to make it even harder this year. Probably the second half of the year. But don't you think, guys, there's been a huge awakening. Like huge, I feel it. I can feel it now that more people are waking up to what's going on. My close friends, my family, They're not as passionate as I am about revealing it, but it's getting to a point. It's like, do these people, I said, do they want us to wake up? Do they want us to wake up, guys? They're giving us every chance. It's like they want us to. I feel like it. Or their matrix is just crumbling and everything's coming to light. And the light's outshining the darkness. But guys, don't give in with it all, okay? Whether you get offered to a wedding abroad or you get offered to go watch the World Cup or whatever, just don't. Don't. This is your soul, guys. It's not just your human vessel, it's your soul that you're giving up, in my opinion. Boris does not believe. Yeah, Boris is a joker. Boris Johnson's just a big clown. And I think they're intentionally putting these clowns in office like Boris and Biden, so people eventually just completely give up on politics and like, okay, let's have a one world government. And they'll probably get somebody really charming and charismatic, like Obama, somebody with his personality, and then, oh, good, I don't have to deal with Biden or Bojo anymore. This is great. No, it's not. It'll be horrific, to be honest, if there's a one world government, which I've wrote about in my book. Loads of people are sending me messages. Can I buy your book and stuff? I need to figure out how I'm going to do it. So I'm pretty much done with it. And I read it a few days ago and I'm like, I like this, man. But there's a few tweaks I want to do. So I'll figure it out and how I'm going to do it. But I'm only making it a PDF. I'm not going all out, guys, and making it hardback and paper copy and all that. I'm not doing that. They'll probably find a way of like screwing me over. But if I just send it as a PDF, it's no different to sending somebody like an essay. They can't say shit. So it's such a sad world, isn't it, that I can't like do what I want to do when all I'm doing is speaking truth. That is it. I get punished for it. I get punished for going against the mainstream narrative. I get punished for it, which is absolutely disgraceful, to be honest. So no wonder most people don't know what the truth is, because it's so hard to find, because it's hidden. It's hidden, although the Masons do hide the truth in plain sight through symbolism. 31 people in the stream, 9 likes. Super Bowl 55 finished 31-9, which was hilarious in itself. I'm sure a lot of people are interested in my opinion on the NFL games this weekend. I've not looked too deep into them, but I'll be shocked if the Titans lose. I'll be shocked if the Chiefs lose. That's all I'm going to say. Seems like it's a planned reveal. Jonathan, it does feel like a planned reveal for sure. It could be planned or it could be organic. That's where people are. Is it all scripted? Is everything organic? Is it all rigged? Like, I don't know. Is it somewhere in between? But nothing they do is an accident, and I don't believe in coincidences anymore. I don't think coincidences exist in any manner. I used to, but now I believe patterns exist. Coincidence don't. Hey, bro. Hey, Jeremiah. Hope you're well, mate. Is it planned? It is planned, yes. I agree. Adam, what are your thoughts on Baal? I did a video on Baal, Kesh, discussing how LeBron's got the Baal tattoo covering his chest. Baal's just basically all the incredibly influential African-American people, whether it's actors, musicians, politicians, athletes. They're all members of Baal, or were members of Baal, guys. This is the thing, that the people in all of entertainment, in all the high power, like highly profile positions in the world, they're Masons, or they're part of secret societies, or they've sold their soul. That's the sad thing. So somebody like me, with all my ability that I have in so many things, without being arrogant, but I know how good I am at many things, I'll never get to a certain, like, there's a certain level I can reach, and that's it. I think my YouTube channel shows that. I don't even have 3,000 subs, and I do some of the best content in the whole of YouTube in revealing what's going on. Back it up, man. Every day I back up my opinion with facts. And I can't get more than 3,000. You can have a guy put lipstick and eyeshadow on and have 500 million subs. It does piss me off, to be honest. And I'm not doing it for fame, fortune. I don't want to walk down the street and go, oh, it's the illusion. I said, well, be quiet. I don't want any of that shit before people start saying, oh, you're just desperate for subs. No, I'm not at all. But I'm just somebody like myself, and probably everybody in the live, you have a glass ceiling. And when you tell people that, you just get called a pessimist. You're so negative. No, I'm a realist. I speak truth. And like I said, I remember when I was younger, I was like, I'm better than most of these pro footballers. I got laughed at in my face. I'm pretty much showing it now that these footballers, half of them are overrated pieces of shit who are Masons. It's the reality of it. Hey, James, mate. You've just sent me a message on Free to Find Truth. I never really go on that anymore. I never really go on Discord, but I'll go on it to read your message. Guys, if they remove another one of my videos, it's because the work I'm doing is at a high level now. And it just shows you, if they're getting rid of people like me, what I'm saying is probably true. Okay, what I'm saying is probably true if they have to get rid of me. Why can't I? Sorry for being animated today, because I'm a bit pissed off with it. I've been pretty chilled all week, but saying it out loud is annoying me. Why can't I just spread my opinion and truth to whoever's watching me, a couple of thousand people? Why don't they allow it? Why do they have to get rid of people like myself? Why do they need all these rules online now? And the thought police. Why can't I express my opinion? And if you agree with it, fine. If you don't, fine. I don't understand it. Well, I do. It's completely understandable why they don't want people like me getting big. Because I smashed down their ideologies. I smashed down their rituals. I smashed down the way they see it. Guys, if you can't join them, just get better at them. Learn how they're doing what they're doing and get better at them. We need to create our own system somehow. We are trapped in a beast system, which has been created by the Jesuits and the Masons. They own all the banks, pretty much all the education system, all the major corporations, the media, all the sports franchises, whilst we're just these little, us guys are just nobodies to them. They see us as insects. And we're way more than that. They've made so many people feel this small when we're so powerful, guys. We're so powerful. We have so many gifts. And they make us feel like we're this. And we're not. We're not. And the sooner people start realizing how powerful we are, these weak-ass bitches who are controlling us, they'll go down. Those rats will run back to the sewer, man. They'll run back to the sewer. Hey, Gomez. Nice to hear from you as well, mate. We live on a barrel. But yeah, I've read that as well, mate. Are you taking the piss out of Tom Hanks? No, I play tennis. I play tennis. This is usually where I hang my racket. And I love to play tennis. And some guy was like, oh, your racket's red and black. You're a Jesuit. It's like, what a disgrace. It's pretty hilarious, to be honest. But no, I'm not taking the piss out of Tom Hanks. I've taken the piss out of Tom Hanks many times and called him out many times. And his husband, wife, Rita Wilson. Yeah, Tom Hanks, the first celeb to get coronavirus, and he gets it in Australia. And then we have Djokovic, who can't play in the Australian Open because he won't get the vaccine. It's just so, oh man, I wish more people could see it because it's painfully obvious what they do. But I don't know. A lot of people don't want to see it. A lot of people don't want to accept it, do they? So they'd rather ignore it. So it doesn't hurt as much when you ignore something. Ciao, Adam. Welcome back. Great to see you. Great to see you too. From Italia. I think I'm going to get a lasagna tonight. I've been craving lasagna for a while. But I'm meeting a friend of mine. I won't be going too long today. I'm meeting a friend of mine in an hour and 20 minutes, going for a coffee, and might get myself a cheeky piece of carrot cake, guys. And then tonight, I don't know. I could watch the Hawks game, but I'm really confident in them winning, so I don't think I need to give them my energy. This is our home. Evil entities are trespassing. Beautiful words, Lady Hawk, as usual. Yes. Yes. Evil. I was speaking to my friend about it. We don't really like using that word. I got rid of that word a lot in my book. I was using evil a lot. But I didn't want to use the word evil. So I kept finding different synonyms for it. But I know what you're referring to. These entities, it's almost like they have no compassion, no soul. and they're willing to do anything. There's narcissists, there's sociopaths, there's psychopaths. Problem is the people controlling us are basically all three of those things. And some of them may think they're doing a good thing by screwing us over, the likes of Bill Gates. He might think he's doing an honorable thing, like he's saving the planet. Remember Captain Planet? Captain Planet, he's a hero, gonna take pollution down to zero. That was have issues with the throat, including myself, to be honest with you. I look up at the sky. I'm not going to say what is in the sky because YouTube will take my video down, but I look up, I'm like, that doesn't look natural to me, to be honest. Apple is evil. The reason their logo is an apple, though, with a bite taken out of it, is just a reference to Adam and Eve. When Eve took a bite of the forbidden fruit, I guess we have with technology, and there's no going back, I don't think. We've all allowed technology into our life so much that I don't think there's any going back now from it. We're so deeply engaged in it, and it's become like a huge necessity in our life. I'm looking to work with like-minded people. I spoke up professionally as a former hospital inspector, amongst other roles. I have been gang-stalked by Masons. Does anyone know of any non-Mason employees? Bernard, I can't go deep into his story, but guys, he had a really, really good, high-paying job. He worked his ass off to get that job, and then he realized what was going on, and he left, and now he's pretty much struggling to put food on the table. And it's disgusting because this guy's a noble man, an incredibly intelligent man, honorable man. And for all those positive qualities, what happens? He loses everything in this realm in regards to like his home and the capacity to put food on the table, guys. And he's from England, a first world country, and he was making 100 grand or more a year. It's sickening because he's stuck up for lots of people and is being ridiculed like myself. With the truth, there's 3 stages. At first, you get ridiculed and laughed at. Secondly, people get angry. And thirdly, the truth becomes so clear, they finally accept it. There's 3 stages of truth. Most people never get to the second part. They mock it, they laugh. They don't even get to the point of being angry. And that's the sad reality. But I focus on people who do care about the truth. And I don't worry too much about those who don't anymore. In regards to these vaccine passports, guys, just don't play along with it. Refuse it. Even if it means you'll never travel again. We should be able to travel anywhere we want, guys, without a passport. That's the reality. We shouldn't have passports, visas. It's just giving them more control. We should be able to go anywhere we want. But the problem is they own all of the planes, trains, buses. It's just, guys, they've got the finger in every pie. They've got the finger in every single pie, and they know that. And the reason, guys, they want every car to be electrical is not to save the environment, which they don't give a shit about at all. The reason they want us all driving electric cars is because soon enough, they're going to start fining everybody for not following the government's orders. And if you can't pay your fine, you won't be able to start your car. Simple as that. You won't be able to start your car. You're going to have everything in your house is going to be electrical. If you don't pay your fine, can't turn your electricity on today. That's what's going to happen with the cars. So yes, it's all in the name of saving the environment, why we need electrical cars. No, that's not why they want them. Again, you've got to see the bigger picture in what they do. Nothing they do is to help us, okay? Nothing they do is to help us. There's always an ulterior motive to what they do that benefits them and screws us. And the sooner we realize that, we can take responsibility of our own lives. I don't know, wouldn't it be amazing if the street that you lived on, you all came together, you helped each other, but you don't, do you? You barely speak to your next door neighbor. You don't know who lives 4 doors down. You don't give a shit about them because you're so bothered about your own life and your own shit that's going on. Solidarity is really important. Not equality. Screw their equality, which doesn't make any sense. And it's just pushing equality in regards to sexuality. You see, now they're saying that they want men to be able to give birth, all in the name of equality. They want men to be able to give birth. It's just disgraceful, man. It really is. And again, people just either laugh it off or ignore it or just don't believe it. And I don't know. Oh, beautiful. I just threw my socks in my wash basket. Trey Young style there, 3. That's a great shot. Sorry about that. Guys, I'm 35 and I still get excited about throwing a pair of socks in my wash basket. I hope I always stay childish, guys. Never lose your inner child. Never, ever lose your inner child. People will tell you, you're so childish. Grow up. No, don't grow up. Okay, you can be mature and responsible, but keep that inner child. Be a big kid, guys. All right? Wait a second, there's a plane going off over my head. They're probably releasing you-know-what into the air. I think Westbrook is going through a humiliation ritual. Yeah, he's having a shocker, isn't he? He's having a shocker, but the Lakers are what? They're doing all right. They're obviously going to get a playoff spot, and a lot of people think they're going to win the NBA. I'll be really shocked. I think it's going to be Golden State. And I've said a while ago, I think the Golden Gate Bridge is going down, and I think it will shortly. I don't know a date yet, but I think that's going down. I just did a post on my Patreon about it. Brilliant, Jonathan. Tyranny closed as environmentalism. Beautifully worded. Yep. I had to teach about climate change at my school. I left. One of the main reasons I left was the content I had to teach. And it was all about Al Gore, who won a Nobel Prize for trying to save the environment. I had to teach them about Greta Thunberg. Don't get me started on, how dare you? How dare you? Shut up, Greta, because you're jumping on a private jet to these places to give you bullshit speeches that you're just reading off a cue card or whatever it is that you're doing. How dare you, you little rat? So, yeah. And somebody messaged me, this student who has my number. I'm not going to say his name. And he wasn't joking. He told me Greta Thunberg is a hero. I was close to blocking him. But he meant it. He said Greta Thunberg's a hero. This is the sad reality. People think that she's a hero. Cheers, Script Unveiled. I love your work. Hope you've been watching my recent videos where I had United to beat Brentford. I got the exact script right. I had Liverpool to win, the exact script right. Just pretty much every game recently. It's been very clear. In regards to the League Cup, I think Chelsea beat Liverpool. I need to do a post about that. I think Chelsea are lifting that trophy. The Eye of Providence, interesting. I think the Nets win. No, Nets won't win. Nets have been like plus 250 the whole season. They're not winning. I think the Nets are a trap, like I've said before. Like a net, you can trap things. I think the Nets is a big trap. The whole season, again, no Kyrie, no Harden and KD in the same team. Like, what are the chances? There's always been some bullshit keeping them from having like a run together and like those three in the same team. Because they fake injuries, okay? So often, these players that are out with an injury or sickness, it's bullshit. And when you learn this knowledge, you'll just check, okay, his recent birthday was this is today's game. I don't know, this 56 days ago was his recent birthday, and now he has coronavirus. Like, you just figure it out. You just figure it out. But again, somebody asked me to do a video, said, Illusion, can you do a video for like an hour to just say exactly how you code? You go from this point to this point to this point. I said, I can't. Because I feel like when I code, something takes over me. I don't have a set, okay, I'm going to check this first. It just hits me. I'll go to the standings. I'll go, okay, who's playing today? All right, this game feels right. Okay, let me check the odds. Okay, I like this. Even money. All right, let me check the head-to-head. Let me check the coach's record. Let me check the date numerology. And then I'm like, oh, what else can I check here? Okay, I've got to look into the Pope. Okay, blah, blah, blah. And then it just goes. I don't have a a specific method to my madness, if you want to call it madness, the way I code. It's pretty unique the way that I code, to be honest. I don't have a set way of doing it. Do you think the script is planned until... I don't know how long... I think this plays out for as long as we allow it to play out. As long as the majority play along with their game. I don't play along with their game anymore because it's all the game. And I'm not consenting to it. I'm not participating in their game. This goes on whilst the majority continue to wear the muzzle on the face, continue to listen to their government orders, continue to live in fear, continue to be obsessed by money, continue to worship celebrity. Whilst all these things are happening, not a lot's going to change in a positive. If more people learn this knowledge and share it with other people, for whatever reason, not many people understand this knowledge. It's by intention, like I say in my videos. There's a reason why you didn't learn gematria in school, because it's actually sacred information. I think these high-level Jesuits, Masons, they learned gematria when they was 4 or 5 years old. Whilst we're learning, what's 1 + 1, little Tommy? Pooh! Good job. Whilst these guys are 4 years old and they're probably learning Fibonacci sequences. That's the reality. And I wasn't one of them guys. I was one of the kids who was like, "Pooh, daddy." Problem is people do not realize levels pursue when you had absolute control. Yeah, they've had control for at least a couple of centuries, probably since the 1500s. We heard the Illuminati were founded 1776 by Adam Weishaupt. It was probably way before that. I read that it was in the 1500s in Spain, but again, it's hard to find like concrete proof or evidence, isn't it, from what happened 400 or 500 years ago when none of us living here right now were living back then, unless time travel exists and there are these people that just don't die, these vampires. Prince Philip looked like a vampire, didn't he? He really actually looked like a vampire. Creepy. Radicuna, no, I've said I like Bardi. My code was for Bardi. Radicuna was Tuco's decode, who's a great decoder, but he gets very emotional when he loses. So he always comes to my Patreon. He does great for a while. He gets a few picks wrong, and then he leaves because I respect it. Maybe he needs a break. We all do this differently, but in regards to Raducanu, I think Bardi has the better code. The Australian will win the Australian Open. It would have been a real shock for Raducanu to win the US Open and Australian Open, which is only like 18. Durant, I ain't finished yet with finals ring with him. How old is Durant? He's got a few years left in him. Yeah. What they'll probably do with the Nets, like I said, they've not had Harden and Durant and Kyrie have a decent run together. Maybe next year they get that. It's like, well, they didn't win it the last 2 years because they never had them all fully fit together. Now they did, and look at them. They'll probably cruise it next season, the Nets. Thank you, Danny. I appreciate it. Yeah, too many are compliant, but it's because of fear or mind control or a combination. And a lot of it's money. They're compliant because of money. So all these businesses do what they're told because the business gets shut down, doesn't it? And we'll all say, well, I get it. I understand it. But whilst we all get it and understand it and go, okay, they just keep doing it, don't they? If the majority, sorry, I'm getting very animated again. Because if the majority have just said no, if majority of businesses said no, this is my business. It's up to the customer if they want to come in and risk their lives to enter my business. But no, they won't do it. And again, like most of these people who own businesses, they rent the place from the Masons. So they follow the rules. Or, sorry, you can't use this building anymore. And then there's somebody else lining up to take the place of you. The system's a beast system, guys, that and social constructs, which I write about in my book, is an illusion. We've accepted society, we've accepted countries, we've accepted religions, we've accepted so many things. We've accepted there's 24 hours in a day. We've just accepted it without questioning it. We've accepted the 7 days, according to who? So all these social constructs that we've all played along with and accepted, it's time we stop accepting and it's time we start questioning them. And who came up with them, why they came up with them, why they want to screw us over so much. Thoughts on religion, a control tool, Anthony. Religion's a control tool. Faith's different. Faith and belief in God is far different to religion. Religion is a control tool. People going to church every Sunday, the one day they go, say a few prayers. No, you don't need to go to church to do a prayer. You can do it from your own home. Do it on the beach. Do it while you're taking a shit. You don't need to go to church and have some guy at the front do all this bullshit ceremony that they do. When they're frauds, most of them anyway. People under spells, fascination spells and glamour spells. Yep, I completely agree with that. I think I agree with everything Lady Hawk says, to be honest. Trump stated in one of his books that he learned the Kabbalah growing up. There you go. There you go. Thank you, Hidden Matrix. I didn't know that. So Trump was learning about the Kabbalah when he was a kid, whereas we're learning our timetables. Guys, numbers are so sacred. This universe is built upon numbers. It's so obvious at this point, which does make me feel like we're in a simulation. I feel like half the people agree with that who follow me. The other half believe, no, this is not a simulation. Well, if it's not, numbers still play an enormous role in it. And I'm so synced with the universe, with the numbers. Like yesterday, right before I got home, I got stuck in traffic behind a car and it had a giant number 7 on it. And I was talking to my friend all day about the number 7 and how the Pelicans were going to get their 7th win on the road. And they did, like loads of things. I was like, these numbers are just everywhere. I said recently, I told my friend we lived in a matrix and I got stuck behind the car and it was a Toyota Matrix. I was like, I look up, whoever's up there, if anybody is even up there. And I'm like, you're funny, man. You're funny. You're really playing with me in good ways as well as bad. I got to say, Lakers win it next year. LeBron, yeah, the LeBron 6-6 riddle is amazing, but you can't dismiss him staying on 4 and 6. You cannot dismiss the number 46. You can't. 46 is huge. The word Catholic is 46. What else have we got with 46? We know Biden's the 46th president. We know JFK was the first president who was a Catholic. He died at 46. Pope Francis was born 1217, which is the 199th prime, and 199 is the 46th prime. LeBron could stay 4 and 6, although the 6 and 6 makes so much sense. But maybe, just maybe, it makes too much sense. There's such thing as it makes too much sense that it could be too obvious. He's 37 now, guys. If he's going to go 6 and 6, Lakers need to win 2 of the next 3 seasons. Unless they're going to do a Brady with him and have him win the NBA at 43. Again, people will just say, well, LeBron takes his vitamins, even though he does satanic rituals every time he plays. And just like Triple H, the wrestler used to do this, spit all this stuff out and do that. It was a satanic ritual before every wrestling match that he had. Triple H, the game, because life is a game and we're getting played by these people who know that life's a game. Okay. Remember, I can't go too long. I've probably got the 30 minute. Seriously, they say you will own nothing. Yeah, the World Economic Forum said you will own nothing and you'll be happy. They're getting it in your head. They're wiring it in your head already. And people will justify it. They're like, oh, it's actually nice owning nothing. It's actually nice eating insects. It's actually good for you. They want us to eat insects as well, guys. They want us to eat insects. Yeah, Jonathan, I agree with everything you say here. All religions should be removed from earth. Yes. Religion creates divide. Just like nations, just like sexual orientation, just like color, they just create a divide, just like the sports franchise you support, just like your socioeconomic status. It's all divide. It's all divide and conquer, and that's what they do. They divide us, and they've conquered us. They have conquered us. Doesn't mean we can give up. It's not done. But it is time where you bring the goalkeeper up for a corner, boom, might get a header, a late dramatic header. We've seen them happen. Remember Alisson's goal? Watch my video about Alisson scoring for Liverpool, the goalkeeper. I think it was against Palace, the Eagles, and the Eagles is all connected to Freemasonry. The eagle, guys, it's also connected to the Antichrist. That's why David Beckham has a giant eagle tattoo on his back, I think. One of the biggest frauds ever in our lifetime. He plays the role of the nicest guy. And I used to say to people, David Beckham was too perfect. His personality, the way he looks, the way he acts, how generous he is, his smile. I used to love him. I was like, Beckham is too perfect. It's not right. And now I know why. He's a fraud. Just like his husband, Posh Spice. I think the nuclear family is an appropriate guidance system. Yep. Sven Dabs, have you seen the new Matrix movie? No. I haven't watched the movie now for close to 7 months. I was going to watch the new Matrix one, but I've heard it's horse shit. It's dog shit. It's a waste of my time to even watch it, the third one. But the reason that they're bringing out the Matrix in 2022, it's not an accident, guys. 21 years after 9/11. And remember, Neo's passport in the Matrix expired 9/11/2001, and the Matrix was released 1999. Flip those nines upside down, you get 666. Remember, that's when Man United, the Red Devils, won the treble. 3 trophies, guys. 3 trophies. The number of the beast is the number of a man. It is 666. A man is made up of what? 6 neutrons, electrons, and protons. The number of a man is 666. Again, is it an evil number? I don't know, but it's everywhere at the moment. Number 666 is everywhere, and 216, because they're connected to each other, which I've shown numerous times now. All right, a man, not the man, is specific. Good. I see the number 322 in different variations 10 times a day. Well, that's the skull and bones number, mate. 322. 322 marks the 22nd, 81st day of the year. That's when Elgin Baylor died. That's why Baylor won the NCAA championship. It's why Kobe's highest scoring game was 81 points. His name's 81 because 322 is the 81st day of the year, and 322 is skull and bones, who run the show. Again, watch my video on BitChute about George Bush and the Georgia Guidestones. It's obvious that Skull and Bones were behind the Georgia Guidestones. That's the video that got me banned. So I better not talk about it too much. LeBron can win it with Bronny. If LeBron wins the NBA with his son, guys, I'm going to stop decoding. That's enough. If LeBron wins the NBA with Bronny, a.k.a. Clonny, the clone of LeBron, there's no need for me to code anymore to show you that sports are rigged. Guys, my chest hurt and I did a chest workout yesterday, and I think I've actually pulled a muscle in my chest. Not good at all. Not good at all. It's a problem. I thought it was this big man. I was lifting weight that I couldn't really do, and now my chest is killing me. The numbers, do you follow them from time to time and look at the clock? Well, I always see 11:11 since I was a kid. I'll tell you this, when I look at the time now, like when I'm driving, I'll look at the time and I'll always see the prime number. I'll look at it and I'll see the prime number or the triangular number or the Fibonacci number. And it's actually really funny when I do it. I'm like, it's hilarious. So if it's like 1909, like 709, I'm at 1909, 199, the 46 prime, and then I'll sync up the 46 with something in my head. So yeah, back in the day when I saw numbers or the clock, I was like, okay, it's just telling me the time. But now I'm like, there's a reason why I looked at the clock at that time, why I didn't look at it for the last hour, and something made me look then at that time. It's like, whoa, it's 4:02. And the coach can get his 402nd loss tonight. Perfect. Like, I do believe in the universe. I trust the universe. I trust when I see certain numbers and signs. You can call it guardian angels or whatever it is. And the more you appreciate and embrace this knowledge, guys, the more it finds you organically. You don't have to search for it. It will find you. It will find you. Like all these people searching for love. They're searching for love and the soulmate. No, don't search for it. They'll organically find you if you believe that there is a soulmate there for you. I don't want to get into soulmates, but I do believe there's certain energies that you have and other people have that you will eventually come across each other. And it's beautiful. So I think pretty much anything organic is beautiful. The sick things are things that are infiltrated or pre-planned, in my opinion. Actually, no, you can pre-plan like a special thing, cooking dinner for your wife or whatever. You can pre-plan that and it's nice. So take that back. What else we got? The elites love LeBron. They're going to make him better for longer. Put it this way, I don't think LeBron's going to have a long life. I will say that, just like Kobe. I don't think LeBron's going to have a long life. West Brom, the yo-yo club, there's about 2 or 3 teams that always seem to go up and go down. West Brom are one of them. They get promoted, they get relegated. They get promoted, they get relegated. They are probably the biggest yo-yo club. Who supports them? Frank Skinner. Frank Skinner supports them, the guy who sung 3 lines on a shirt with what was the other guy called? David Baddiel? Of course it's 3 lines on the shirt. 3 Lions, guys. Subdivision, dividend and lower. Yeah. Maybe Bulls can win it. No, Bulls have no chance. Bulls are not winning it. I know why they started off well. I did a decode about it. Why they started off well, Chicago Bulls. It was all, again, connected to Satan. The Bulls, we know the Bull is like regarded as a beast. The Bull is a beast, the Chicago Bulls. It's why Michael Jordan got to 6 NBA finals and won 6, like 66. And Chicago Bulls were founded in 66. Chicago is heavily connected, guys, to the beast. Chicago gets you 46 in Gematria as well. Cloney and Lamont win. 44 digits after the decimal and pi equals 666. Amazing Svendabs. I was born 14/4, 14th of April on my dad's birthday. 1044, what is it, minutes in a day or something? 144 is a magical number. Something about 144,000 angels as well. So that clearly is a big number. I was born on 14/4. It might be why I can do what I can do without intentionally learning this stuff. It just found me. Like I've said, now I'm intentionally growing and getting better. Now I've acquired the knowledge, but I didn't go to learn the knowledge. I didn't take a course. You know what I mean? I didn't take like a cooking course to learn to cook. I didn't take a gematria course. It found me. And hopefully it found you guys as well. LeBron James is 38 in Chaldean. That's a good number for a long life. It's also a good number to die, number 38. It's the death number. I used to love Middlesbrough. They used to be Arsenal and Man U and lose to Sheffield Wednesday. Yeah. Remember when Middlesbrough had Janino and Emerson and Ravanelli, Mikael Beck, Swartzer? They had an amazing team, Middlesbrough. And one season, I think they got relegated, but got to the FA Cup final and lost. So a lot of heartbreak. Just know that Teesside and Wearside and Tyneside, Newcastle, Middlesbrough, Sunderland, incredibly Masonic. Incredibly Masonic. I think Sunderland may have been the first team or one of the first few teams to win the league, the top flight league. And what do they wear? They wear red and white. And what do Newcastle wear? Black and white. Just Jesuit colours, guys. Just Jesuit colours. Alan Shearer, I did a post about him. He's giving a speech doing the triangle with his hands. And he had a triangle behind him telling everybody to get this when he's probably not got it. Like, I don't think any of these top celebrities have actually received it, especially the ones who are aware of it. But they'll tell you that you need it, although they don't have it, in my opinion. What is Middlesbrough? Middlesbrough is just a place in England. I think it's the northern part of England. I played against Middlesbrough when I was younger. They actually had an amazing team. Middlesbrough for a while were always known for having amazing academies. Don't get me started on Adam Johnson. He came through Middlesbrough and then he got arrested, didn't he, for you know what? Downing, who's one of the most overrated players I've ever seen in my life. Clearly a Mason. He even played for England. Stuart Downing came through the academy of Middlesbrough. There's a few others. But yeah, Middlesbrough are kind of a yo-yo club. United versus Middlesbrough, 5th of February, like 2-5. Like when Ronaldo was born, when Neymar was born. Pope gets you 25. I like Atlanta Hawks today to stay on 25 losses for the season. I really hope Atlanta win, guys, because I've been killing it with Atlanta. We'll see what happens. But again, guys, if you bet on Atlanta, don't be betting silly money that you can't afford, even though the code's amazing. Don't do it to yourself. Just bet what you can afford. If you can afford to bet $2,000 because you're just crazy rich, then do it. Oh, it's Preston, Mr. Flynn. Mr. Flynn's an expert with football, especially like throughout the history of football. So it was Preston North End. Is that what Stanley Matthews played there? And Tom Finney? Preston's in Lancashire. It's just wild how the Masons just run the show, guys. They founded the Football Association. And again, I tell people the Masons run football and they laugh at me. Okay, sure. I think AD is the missing piece for the Lakers. AD's a bitch. AD's injured every game. He comes back from an injury and gets injured. He's made out of glass. Or he just fakes his injuries. Good old Unibrow. Yeah, the Lakers will probably go deep. Because they intentionally have the out, so he'll come back for the playoffs. Or he'll come back, he'll come back just before the playoffs. And he'll gain momentum. Because if he does come back soon, he'll probably get injured again. That's his story at the moment. I hope not. I never wish death on anyone. I don't wish death on anyone. I'm just saying 38 in Gematria is the death number. Death is 38, murder's 38, RIP is 38. It's the death number. Or at least that number's connected to words that are connected to death. Maybe it's not the death number. Tom Brady won Super Bowl, didn't he, on the 38th day of the year? In that satanic ritual, Super Bowl 55, where he became 5-5 against the Chiefs in his career. Of course he did. What's your perception of Steven Gerrard? I can't stand him. I can't stand Gerrard. Gerrard's a fraud. Gerrard's a high-ranked Mason. Gerrard and Carragher, who came through Liverpool together, came on the scene out of nowhere, dominated it early doors. Gerrard went to Scotland. Rangers went from being horse shit for a while. Gerrard comes in with no experience and guides them to the league. And now he's at Villa doing a really good job and is eventually going to replace Klopp, which I said almost 2 years ago. Gerrard's going to take Klopp's position. Klopp will be gone in the next few years and then Gerrard will be there because why is Coutinho at Liverpool? Coutinho who played at Liverpool. Oh, well, Coutinho signed for Villa because he's friends with Gerrard. That's not how it works. Why did Ronaldo sign for Man United? He's 36 years old. He could have played anywhere he wanted to. Why did he come back to Northern England where it pisses it down with rain every day? Because it was a ritual. Because he signed for United when he was 18, and 18 years later he re-signed at 36. IHS, 36, 18, and 18. That's why Ronaldo re-signed for United. That's why I said he would. I decoded Messi to sign for PSG about 3 months before he did, maybe longer. And he did. I can do this. I see how they do it. Am I as good as those people who are actually behind the ritual? No. For the people out there who believe everything is organic and it's just the universe and there's no corruption, shut up, because that's absolute nonsense. You don't believe any corruption exists or man doesn't know about what's going down? No, I'm not having that in any manner at all. Defending corruption. No, it's not his fault. It's just his script. He's fulfilling his role in the script. He doesn't know anything about it. He's actually innocent. Yeah. Decode your reality. Prime AD was crazy. Yeah, AD was amazing. He was amazing at college, and he was amazing with the Pelicans. He was amazing when the Lakers won the NBA. They won it, didn't they? 11-10, 1-1-1 against the Heat leaving 81 days left in the year. Kobe Bryant. I'm not going to get into all the Kobe stuff. I know more about Kobe Bryant than my whole family. I think if you've been watching my stuff, I don't need to keep talking about him anymore. I've proven to hundreds, if not thousands of people, Kobe Bryant synced up to everything. I was the guy before anybody talking about Kobe in every code and the Pope. Now practically everybody does it. And again, guys, you've got to be strong enough to go through being ridiculed. I got ridiculed for that. Here he is talking about Pope and Kobe. Yeah, now you're doing it, aren't you? So how's about you keep your mouth shut? Suarez was recently linked with... Don't tell me Suarez is coming to Villa. No way. How old is Suarez now? What, is he going to bite somebody again? Is he? The whole Suarez and everything I knew was a ritual, a race ritual, pushing racism. Everyone Suarez will be friends who go to the same satanic lodges. Okay? These people are genuinely sadistic and sick in the head, guys. You can't compare these people with the average person. Okay, so Suarez and Evra, when I think it was Suarez wouldn't shake his hand or Evra wouldn't, and there was all this racism. Give me a break. It's somebody like Suarez, guys, will be a highly, highly intelligent guy. They'll play him as this animal, this dumbass, this South American who can't control his emotions. No, he's playing his role. Probably a real smart guy, like all of them are, because they have this sacred knowledge. People say I'm incredibly intelligent. I probably have 2% of their knowledge. Think of what they have, guys. They know how this universe realm works, and we're trying to figure it out. But they always say they're a step ahead of us, and they're probably 1,000 steps. But it's on us to start taking bigger strides to get closer to them. Adam, what's good, bro? Heat versus Hawks. I like the Hawks, mate. I've been destroying all sports this week, maybe for the last 10 days. I think the Hawks win. And if they don't, and somebody leaves a comment and says, you said the Hawks would win, I said, I think the Hawks will win. So calm down. I think the Hawks win, mate. I did a post on the Patreon. It's very clear. It's very concise as well. I didn't go into a huge amount of detail because the things I found were, in my opinion, significant enough for me to want to post a code for the Hawks to win. If you say it on TV, it's scripted. Yes. Yes. These little. If you say it on TV, it's scripted. Yep. Absolutely. Kobe is not tied to everything the numbers are. Yes. I did a video about that. It's not Kobe Bryant, it's the numbers. It's connected to Kobe. But there's a reason why his highest scoring game was his 666 game, why he had a 666 workout, why he died at age 41. And his name's 41, and LA's 41, which is the 13th prime. And his daughter died at 13, and there's 13 Illuminati bloodlines. And his highest scoring game, 122, like Pope Francis is 122. Satanic, Hank Aaron died on 122, who was synced up to the Atlanta Braves winning the World Series. Watch my video about why the Hawks, all of it, undeniably. I think it's my last video, the one before Meatloaf. And like I said, I loved Meatloaf growing up. My mum had his like greatest hits, and it was on a video, like a video. We don't watch videos anymore, do we? We had videos, DVDs, now it's Netflix. And I would always listen to it. This is as a kid, like 8 or 9 years old. There was Bad Out of Hell, which was obviously his most iconic song. I Would Do Anything for Love. I used to love that. I thought that was a beautiful song. And there was another one he had, which I can't remember. But I love Meatloaf. And I said in my recent video, if I didn't understand this knowledge, would I have cried that Meatloaf died? No, but I would have been sad the whole day because it was a childhood memory. It reminds me of my mum. But now I'm like, no, did he even die? And if he did, it's because he basically signed up for it. He signed his soul. He gave his soul to these people who technically own him. Yes, fame and fortune. He was in movies, incredible artist, over a 30, 40-year time span. You don't get that, guys, unless you're one of them. Oh, you signed your soul away. My phone's going wild. We're going to have to go in 10 minutes. Remind me days, time cost. Wow. Yeah, I'll have a look. Guys, I've got 11 messages from different people. I had a few rums, mate. Oh, Flinny, pass me the rum. It makes me think of Captain Jack Sparrow, a.k.a. Johnny Depp, a.k.a. female. Too beautiful for a man, Johnny Depp. Kobe and his daughter aren't actually dead. I agree. I've done multiple videos about that. I could do my video on who Gianna Bryant is right now, the character she's playing. I'm waiting for a good day to do that. Gianna didn't die. Kobe didn't die. You're going to tell me they both died the day that the Grammys was at the Staples Center, where Kobe spent 20 years playing for the Lakers, and he dies the day the staple's there? Come on. Everyone in that audience knew probably Kobe was dying on that day. You'd be amazed at the knowledge they have, guys. And I'll say it again, look how much knowledge I have. This normal guy from Yorkshire in England has all this knowledge that he's acquired in a year and a half. I'm not Zach Hubbard, who I started questioning blah, blah, blah in 2001 after 9/11. No, I learned mine in 2020. So imagine having this knowledge from birth. Imagine somebody like Meatloaf, who died at age 74, and he had 74 years of this knowledge. I have a year and a half, and I try and share this knowledge with as many people as I can. Sad thing is 90% don't want to hear it, which is pretty sad, but that's just the reality. And what is reality, I guess? Reality is just the perception. Everyone's reality is different. You know what I mean? What is real? That's why real is in the word reality. What is real? I don't know. Not many things in this world. I think what's real is my spirit and my soul, and my energy is real. Everything else is pretty much an illusion. That's why my name's The Illusion. Although I should change my name now, because somebody called me Roulette Jesus yesterday because I predicted the numbers twice in a row that we're going to hit at 33 and 19. And then they called me Roulette Jesus. I couldn't believe it. I just felt the numbers, guys. There were no pattern with roulette. People say it's pure luck. I just looked at the table. It was like from a movie scene, and I got it right twice in a row. And my friends won money because I don't play roulette. Remember the roulette table, guys? You add up all the numbers, it gets you 666. There's 36 numbers, and 666 is the 36 triangular number. They say gambling's the devil's work. Probably is. If you're playing things like roulette, guys, there's literally no strategy to it. At least with cards or whatever, you can count cards. Like there's strategy. Roulette, people are like, oh, it's been red 7 times in a row, then it's due black. No, it's not how it works. That is not how it works. You could go 25 times red. Don't mean anything. People need to learn that. Learn what probability really means. Guys, I've got about 10 minutes max. It's like I said, I need to take a shower. I went for a run, and where I live in the desert, so it's freaking hot. Sweating my balls off, guys. But I needed to do this live because, guys, the amount of comments that people were leaving this week saying they missed me, I was like, wow, I miss you. Where are you? Are you done? Like, have they got rid of your channel? Can you do a backup? Where are you? Like, here it is. I have YouTube. I'm back, baby. I don't know for how long. I have BitChute. It's in the description. I'll be a bit more controversial in there. And I have Twitter. If you want to follow me, fine. I appreciate it, but I'm barely going to go on it. So I don't know. But I just wanted to clear up basically why I didn't post for 7 days. People said, did you take a break, Illusion? Illusion doesn't take breaks, guys. I don't sleep and I don't take breaks. I do take the piss. I like to take the piss, but I'm not a guy who's like, I'm going to take a week from not working. I don't do that. I have to be working. I have to be working. I have to be sharing this knowledge because, like Muse said, our time is running out. That song which I listen to, and I rarely start decoding songs now. I rarely listen to the lyrics. And when Muse said our time is running out, is that the elite? It could be the elite. Their time's running out. It could be humanity's time's running out. I don't know. I think it's their. I think their time's running out and they know it and they're scared shitless. So there's just psyop after psyop after psyop after psyop after psyop just to keep us distracted from their empire crumbling. So guys, don't get too down. Don't get too sad with this. They're going down. They will go down. And if it's not in this lifetime, it's going to be in a future lifetime. So don't worry about that, guys. If you're going through struggles right now, embrace the struggle, embrace the fight. Get stronger. Get stronger. It's like when you're lifting that last weight and you're, you get stronger from it, even though it's painful, don't you? That's the reality. But most people just want to go, this is nice. not really pushing myself. This is comfortable. Yeah, is your body getting any better? No. Is your mind getting any stronger? Probably not. We don't even have all the knowledge. We don't. We're not even close to it. And what I'd say is I'm really smart, but I'm not even close to having the knowledge I want to have. Somebody asked me, what is intelligence? Again, you can't define intelligence. I don't think intelligence is just how you do at college. That's just how well you can memorize things. For me, if somebody says, okay, what do you truly believe intelligence is? I'd say critical thinking and adapting. Critical thinking and adapting to change is, for me, the highest level of intelligence. Me knowing all these numbers, yes, I come across as very smart, but I think my critical thinking is way above knowing Fibonacci sequences and stuff like that. That's great. It's impressive, but critical thinking, guys, most people don't have it. Like we say, common sense is no longer common, and maybe it's never been common. I got 5 more minutes. I think Warriors are a trap. I'm so interested to see who wins. I don't think Warriors are a trap. They've gone pretty much under the radar. The odds suggest they're not a trap. By the way, I said Phoenix Suns yesterday would go 35-9 for the season, like 359. 359 is the 72nd prime. At one point, the score was 72, and I told my friends this at a bar, and as they looked at the phone, it was 72 degrees. Pope Francis became the Pope's 72nd day of 2013. Phoenix Suns, Society of Jesus, who worship the sun, whose logo is a sun. I did all of that. I decoded the exact outcome, the script of it, through my knowledge. The 35-9, done. Luka Doncic stayed on 72 home wins all time. It was all there. And if I was back in my old ways of betting every day, I would have won about $2,500 on the Suns because they were down by a lot. But I'm not in it just for the money now, for the people who've called me out to be, you're just this cunning, charming guy who's just trying to get rich from this. Piss off, you loser. No, I'm not. If I just wanted to get rich, I'd keep this knowledge to myself and I'd get rich pretty easily, to be honest. But I share this knowledge. I'd much rather meet my friend now for a coffee and a bit of carrot cake than sit on my ass decoding the Hawks. And if they go down and then put another 600 on them and maybe win $2,000 and then, okay, and do what with it? Because there's not a lot in this life that I need anymore. That I need. That word need. People need to learn the difference between need and want. Okay, please decode time is on my side by the Rolling Stones. Okay, I'll do my best. I get a lot of requests. I do my best to fulfill them all. But just so you know, guys, I'm a decoder. I'm the illusion. I've got my own coaching company, football, which is my way bigger passion than gematria. Although I love gematria because it's so sacred. I'm an English teacher online. I've got to have some sort of a social life. So I do get a lot of requests. I do my best. Can you look into this game, this death, this song? I'll do my best for you. I respond to every comment that you guys leave me. But I'm just one guy. I'm just one guy, guys. And I'm working a lot more now. I'm coaching in the evenings, which brings me so much pleasure. By the way, if you want to check me out on Instagram, my company is called English Football Academy. For those people out there who say, you probably can't even play football, then you can watch what I can do with the ball if you want to follow me there. All right, I got about 3 or 4 minutes, 5 minutes maybe. The coffee place is about 10 minutes away from my house. It's 4:30. I'm meeting the girl at 5. Ooh, okay, I tried to teach learning how to learn. Somebody told me this, my mate recently. He said, if you want to be a good teacher, you need to know how others learn. So he was like, I love how you say what you think, but you also give visuals. Because there's visual learners, there's people who learn just by hearing. So yeah, if you want to be a good teacher, you need to know how others learn. Because you might have all this knowledge, but you don't know how to actually teach it. Having a lot of knowledge doesn't make you a good teacher. There's a lot of people in this community who have channels with gematria. They're not good at teaching gematria or how to do it. They'll just throw numbers at you, which go over the average person's head. They can't comprehend the numbers, and then the video ends. They think everybody has the same knowledge that they have. I try and do my videos in a way where, okay, you've never heard of gematria before. I'm going to try and keep it simple and make it really clear on what they're doing. Make money betting and buy land. Yeah, I agree with that. That's something I would be interested in doing, making money to buy land. But again, how long before they just take the land, make some bullshit law up, which they do all the time. They say, oh, we're actually entitled to your land because if you see like 27.5321 in the contract, it says that we can take your land at any time. Oh shit, I didn't read that. On page 77,000 of the contract. I only read the last page where I signed it. Everyone who found out about gematria, it's not a coincidence. Beautiful, Anthony. Beautiful. Yeah. Anybody in this live stream right now, it's not a coincidence. You're here for a reason. You could be anywhere in the world right now. You're here listening to Adam, the illusion talk. And I appreciate that. I really appreciate that. I'm grateful to all of you. It's still weird that I have this following now, even though it's still pretty small. I want to be Adam, guys, with a sprinkle of the illusion. I don't want to be the illusion with a sprinkle of Adam, because I love Adam and I lost him for like a year. I lost Adam and I just became this illusion character. And now I'm finding this balance of both, which is so important. Because, guys, the world is a show. You can create characters. You can play multiple roles. I had a friend called Pinder who used to call me an actor. He said, you just act differently in front of different people. I'm like, yeah, I know how to be around an 80-year-old woman or 5-year-old kid or my peers. I could adapt the way that I acted. You can't, because you're one-dimensional, just like a one-dimensional actor. I could play multiple roles, and he called me fake. You're so fake because you're pretending to be something you're not. Who am I? What do you mean I'm something I'm not? Who am I? Who is Adam? A name that I didn't even give myself. I was named after Adam Faith, my dad told me, who was an actor and a singer. And that's why I'm called Adam. And it's amazing because I truly believe in faith and I hate religion. His name was Adam Faith. So if you know who he was, you'll know what I'm talking about. West Ham might upset United. I'll look into it. I'm killing the Premier League. I'll look at the table. Man United just went 10-5-6. 10 wins, 5 draws, 6 losses, like 156. 9-11 is the 156 prime. If you look at the Premier League table right now, mate, look at the Premier League table, you'll see that Man United have scored 35 goals. They've conceded 30. So the goal difference is 5. So you've got 35, 35, and they're on 35 points. And right now I have 35 likes. Look at the league table and look at the 35s in the table. Tell me what you see. You will see 3 35s next to each other. And my decode about them beating Brentford was all connected to the number 35. What's the symbolism behind George Washington cutting down the cherry tree? I'm not sure. I just know his name gets you 74, just like Independence Day, just like how 3 of the first 5 founding fathers died on 7/4, which is Independence Day. Did they really die, though? Probably not. But why do they have them die by the numbers? I don't know. Will I ever know that? Probably not. 2 more minutes. I'll try and answer it. He lost his cherry. Yeah, probably with a guy. I think all presidents are gay, to be honest. Don't be fooled by their wives. Look at Michael Obama. Bigger feet than Kobe Bryant. There are a lot of teachers that shouldn't be teachers, yes. Yes, for sure. I was the best teacher at my school, hands down. And it's because I knew how to, one, connect with the kids. I knew how to deliver the work in a fun way. And I didn't put pressure on the kids. Most teachers put pressure on the kids, give them needless homework, don't have any rapport with the kid, and they're just reading from a book. It doesn't make you a good teacher at all. Makes you a good robot, like most teachers are. And that's the reality. Do most teachers want to help the students? Yes. But in reality, they're indoctrinating them, most of them, or they're not very good at delivering the content. United's going to go on a big run, staying 5. Yeah, I saw that. The 5 draws, 6 losses. Manchester's 56. United might not lose for a while. If they win the next game, they'll have 11 wins and 5 draws, like 115, like Masonic, like Lucifer, like 11's the 5th prime. And they're playing West Ham, who have the Masonic logo. I think Man United beat West Ham just from that. Just from that. Because West Ham's a massively Masonic club. All right, last minute, guys. I definitely don't want to be late. If there's no... Yeah, Bernard, brilliant. Bernard said if there's no hope, they wouldn't keep forcing this propaganda. They wouldn't have to. Like, if they believed that it was game over and we were done for, they won't keep lying to us. They just come out and say, right now, this is it. You're done. Unlucky. There's no turning back. But no, they have to keep lying to us. That's beautiful. Thank you. I've never even thought of that, Bernard. Guys, we're on to them. We're getting close. Their empire is crashing. And we're here right now to experience it. And we can help that happen. And then we can create our own system. We can create our own world where we do really want to help our fellow man. And not just to gain. People want to help people just to gain. I'm going to give this homeless man $10, but I'm going to have my friend video me so I can put it on Instagram and get some likes. Everyone wants to gain, don't they? Like I said with gambling, I'll sign up to your Patreon, Illusion, as long as I make more money than $10. Is that all you want? Come on. Come on. All right. Okay, what we got? Wrong again, because we're all here for a purpose, and that's the plan for us. Not everyone knows this. I agree. Bingo, I completely agree with you. Perfect. Every child learns differently. Absolutely. But they all have to take the same standardized exam. They take the same exam. Doesn't make sense. I used to hate standardized exams. You're judging everybody by the same questions, where you're answering the questions they want you to answer because they want you to think a certain way. Yeah, open-mindedness, gone. Critical thinking, gone. How did I teach? I made my kids do critical essays. In your opinion, I always give them opinion essays all the time. Not tell me how amazing Shakespeare was. Give me your opinion of this, of this, of this, of this. I'm not even sure I was allowed to do that, but to be honest, I don't give a shit. I didn't follow the curriculum because my lessons were better than the lesson plans that I was supposed to be teaching. I wasn't worried about that. All right, 30 seconds. He's sitting out for Sancho's anti-died. Okay, that's Sancho going to go on a good run. Sancho, I think Sancho can play football, to be honest. I disagree with that. I think he actually has a lot of talent. It's not what the gifted can see, but what you can see. Wow, oh my God. Let's leave it with that, guys, because I have to go. This is what you can see. I'm back on YouTube. I'm going to be back revealing this information. I'm going to be back trying to spread positivity. Much love to all of you. You are part of my family, even though we're not blood. You are part of my family, guys, because we have the same beliefs. We have the same energy and the same love for our fellow man. So take care, guys. Sorry that I'm only doing it for an hour and a half, but I've got other things I need to get done. Take care. Speak to you soon. And thank you so much for supporting my work. Take care, guys. Bye-bye. Thank you.